Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. Back in October of 2017, I bought the Google Pixelbook, and to this day, over a year and a half later, I still consistently use this laptop. As a lot of you know, I do a lot of traveling, and if I go on any sort of trip and know I don't need to do any video editing, which I consistently do on my MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, or need to use any sort of Windows application, I will just grab this guy. It's very portable, extremely light. It wakes up quickly. It's very snappy. It's easy for a quick open, respond to an email, close, put it back in my bag. It's a great portable laptop. The design of the Pixelbook has been fantastic. Really big shout out to the team that worked on this. They really paid attention to various details and it shows. Now I want you to pay attention to this white strip right here. Now I'm going to open up the laptop with one hand, mind you. Opens up very easily with one hand, and there's that white strip still there. And now I want you to take a closer look at the white strip and flip it over towards the bottom. It has the rubber grips to it, all within that white strip. And then if I close it, there it is. Just overall did a great job with the continuity of the design. And speaking of the rubber grip that it has a raised, I wanna say hard rubber pad that has some grip to it, but it has a softer touch feel to it. It makes for a very enjoyable typing experience. When you rest your wrists on these pads, it's extremely comfortable. It holds your wrists in place and your wrists really do not get sore whatsoever. And it's a nice little difference than resting them on metal all day long. I also need to add, this is one of the best keyboards I have ever used on any laptop. Of course, better than any recent MacBook Pro and MacBook Air. Those keyboards I'm not a big fan of whatsoever, but this keyboard is great. I honestly wish every laptop had a keyboard like this. Even just the sound the keyboard makes is great. One thing I wish they did have in this laptop was a fingerprint or face unlock. You have to type in a PIN or password every time you open up and unlock the device. That's something that hopefully any future Pixelbook that comes out will have. The one area of this laptop that looks a little outdated is how thick the bezels are, especially with every tech device having less and less bezel. The only area where having a thicker bezel is a positive is when you do use it in tablet mode. Of course, you can hold it with your thumbs without worrying about touching the screen. Even if you hold it in portrait mode, you can go ahead and do so and you have sides to grab onto. Even today, the display on this laptop is fantastic. I really enjoy using it, whether I'm watching a video, reading a book, reading a web page. It does a good job with colors. I also really like this trackpad. There's a lot of gestures that you can use within ChromeOS on it. It's also very accurate. I do wish it was a little bit larger. This trackpad is not as good as a MacBook trackpad, but it is still up there as one of the better ones I've used. This laptop being a 2-in-1 has really held up over time. The hinge doesn't feel loose whatsoever. It's actually very strong still. The engineers did a good job with the hinge on the Pixelbook. Now I am saying all these great things about the design of the Pixelbook, and that is really what makes it such a great user experience. However, there is a drawback, and that is that it runs Chrome OS, and you really need to go into it saying, hey, I know what Chrome OS is, I know what it's used for, I know there's going to be drawbacks, and you kind of have to accept that if you want to use this premium laptop. And for a laptop running Chrome OS, the base model was $1,000, and I bought the higher end model, so I spent over $1,000 on this guy running Chrome OS. Now, if this was running Windows, it would be a no-brainer. However, again, like I said, Chrome OS does come with those drawbacks. Now this laptop has actually gotten better over time with updates to Chrome OS, including of course the addition of the Google Play Store, which has essentially turned it into an Android tablet when you have it in tablet mode, because you can of course access the full list of apps from the Play Store along with all the purchase ones that you have from your phone. However, even with the addition of the Play Store, there still feels like there's some disconnect between Chrome OS and Android. Now, in my opinion, to justify spending that much on the premium laptop that you do get, you have to, one, accept that it's a Chromebook and know you will not need more than that from maybe Mac OS or Windows, and then two, accepting the fact that you're going to use it for a long period of time, and then you will get your money's worth. Now, I think the next big thing for Google will be to merge Android and Chrome OS, and that's been talked about for so long. Everybody has talked about it since ChromeOS has come out, and there really haven't been any major developments on that happening, so I'm not getting my hopes up by any means, but I do genuinely think if they come out with a Pixelbook 2, they update the specs, they update the overall design to add very minor things because it is such great design, they really just need to catch up with that OS. And once that OS catches up, spending over $1,000 on a laptop like this will make complete sense. Performance and battery have held up over time. Battery life isn't as good as it was out of the box, however, it still is very good. Also, performance, it has really held up over time, surprisingly. Every time I flip open the lid, it is on, ready to go, and of course that attributes itself to it running Chrome OS. It's able to do that because of that lighter OS that it has. It has a lot less running in the background. But like I said, I can have 5, 10 Chrome tabs open and playing one of the games on the Play Store and be good to go. Things do stutter when I have a lot running. Maybe I'm installing an app, have a bunch of tabs open, and I'm playing a game. I might see some frame rate drops in the game. But other than that, when I have 10 tabs open on Chrome, switching back and forth, everything's very smooth. Now to wrap everything up, like I said, I love the overall design of this, the feel, the look, how snappy it still is, how much it's held up over time, even when switching it with its 2-in-1 mode. It just is a great laptop overall, but again, not suiting my needs, all of my needs. I need a laptop that probably would suit all my needs, but of course, I'm reviewing all of these products, so I need to look at it from other people's perspectives. So if you are someone that don't need a high-end game, you don't need to edit video, and you just find yourself using the Chrome browser a lot, and then of course maybe look for some of those Android apps, you might be all set with a Chromebook. Now all in all, if Google decides to come out with a Pixelbook 2, I will of course be picking it up and trying it out. I really hope they stick with this keyboard. The overall design, maybe make some tweaks here and there, but overall this laptop has been very excellent and of course very premium. And when it comes to the engineering and design, you get what you pay for. So anyways, that's all I want to talk about for the Pixelbook Revisited. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop a thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know what you think as well. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.